Oh, Ghostface fans. Looks like our favorite slasher franchise just got removed harder than Drew Barrymore in the first 10 minutes of Scream. In a shocking development, Spyglass gave franchise lead Melissa the axe over some controversial Instagram posts. I'm not saying that they're controversial, I'm just saying for them, it was. Then barely 24 hours later, Sydney surrogate Jenna Ortega peace out faster than you can say what's your favorite scary movie. So now with production slated to slice dice its way into theaters, the souls of Scream 7 sit quietly on the shopping block because Scream 7 is in trouble. And as you can see, Spyglass is left scrambling to stitch this sucker back together Frankenstein style or risk killing a once thriving series. I mean, they already bumbled losing Neve Campbell. You'd think losing the next generation of Scream Queens so close to filming will scream trouble. So join me as we dig into this WTF moment that is happening behind the scenes of Spyglass. Will slasher fans like us riot if Melissa and now Jenna stay dead and buried? Can the studio close together a good sequel in time without the franchise faces that made Scream roar at the box office? Or have Barber boneheaded business moves ensured the next installment ends up DOA? Cue the dramatic music, this horror story just took a killer twist. I mean, Spyglass removing Melissa, sending her fans screaming louder than getting garage doored in the original, pulling a Dewey on the actress gaining Sydney status makes about as much sense as splitting up when the killer's on the loose. See, Melissa was not shy using Instagram to call out the violence against Palestinian, but the suits as Spyglass clearly do not keep up with current events beyond their profit margins. They accuse her for criticizing Israel attacks on Gaza civilians, which I'm not gonna discuss because I have my own opinions, as many of you have your own opinions. But try telling Spyglass that this exists among this humanitarian crisis. So despite Melissa inking her Scream 7 deal months ago, Spyglass canceled her return flight quicker than you can say they killed Kenny. But removing your final girl and Scream Queen over some heavily disputed accusation, but slicing Barrera was just another stab for Spyglass Scream Squad. Turns out the final girl in waiting, Jenna, also saw Melissa getting ghosted and figured he better split before becoming the next body bag. Can you blame her after Spyglass went full tone deaf machete on Melissa's career? So Jenna Ortega's team came to the negotiation table demanding high money or 7 figures for Scream 7. It's obvious that they weren't expect more when she already was in a huge TV show in Wednesday. But leave it to Spyglass CEO Gary Barber to go full Scrooge McDuck. Now, you don't need Sidney Prescott smarts to deduce that the young audience powered the Scream revival at the box office. Melissa and Jenna as the sisters made the sequels viable, with the reign slated to run through at least Scream 8 or 9. But we both removed months and weeks before filming. Spyglass is now left scrambling harder than the Woodsboro PD chasing after a Ghostface. I mean, Chris now is still locked as director, and the writer James can now has to write a script quickly given his expertise. But the creative facelift required after losing your leading ladies is not gonna be a smooth sailing. Spyglass cannot just grab any 20-something actress and put them behind Ghostface mask. The franchise is flatlining quicker once the audience is checking it out. Then again, has Spyglass given any reason yet to trust their judgment when it comes to protecting Scream future? Look, I love the creativity of the last 2 Scream installments as much as the next horror fan. Director Chris Vision brought fresh blood and vibrant villainy that made Billy proud. But let's chill on the praise for Spyglass head Gary. In my opinion, but this dude has managed the film franchise not so good, losing icons like Mrs. Campbell and now this lead Gen Z Scream Queens has horror fans bracing for impact on what's to come. I mean, the studio wants to slasher films into the next Halloween or the Conjuring universe, but as you know, Laurie Strode herself in screaming for Spyglass to get their house in order. They cannot risk alienating audience with a half-baked prequel or sequel now after all the behind the scenes issues that have been taking place before Scream 7? Maybe Spyglass feel pressure to deliver any sequel in order to keep investor profit margins spilling blood, but at what cost? Half-assing their next installment with new actress simply is not gonna work. We all wanna avoid tuning into the next box office report, and that's the reason why I feel Scream 7 is in trouble. Now, we know that they could make it interesting, but my question is, and that's the reason that I think Scream 7 is in trouble, and we may not even see Scream 7, maybe a reboot down the line, but not having your two main actors that lead the previous film, that made the box office a success, now moving into Scream 7 without those two actors is gonna bring a lot of issues into the Scream franchise. With cameras set to roll in 3 months, maybe Ghostface 7 is gonna be cancelled. But now, either way, the box office omens surrounding Scream 7 feel alive. And what's gonna happen? Will Barber put money into knowing that fans are not gonna watch Scream 7? Or can Spyglass pull a miracle to redeem their Hollywood reputation? I just don't feel hopeful. But I got my eyes peeled to this horror development. My description from Beyond Premiere, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.